Hello and welcome! Welcome to Drakenmemoria! Yay! We're finally here. We had some major sound issues, but we managed to settle it. Yay! Everyone's here. So, other than having sound issue, what is Drakenmemoria, you may ask? Well, it's Dungeons & Dragons. Or more specifically, a group of people playing Dungeons & Dragons. Sometime trying to play Dungeons & Dragons. So if this is not something you want to watch, well, the internet is a wondrous place where you can find many things to cater to your many desires. And we're going to leave it at that because I don't want to know what your desires are.
Toes.
All the guys unzip for flight for.
Alright. For everyone else who actually wants to be here, no matter the reason, just because they like Dungeons & Dragons, because Dungeons & Dragons, because you like us, because you like one of us, don't worry, I don't think it's going to be me. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Yeah. We all know who it's going to be. It's going to be Tobiyashi.
Let me in. Okay.
Alright. So, like I was saying, if you actually want to be here, well, it's a pleasure to have you with us. We hope you will have a pleasant, whatever part of the day it is where you are. If there is a day and night cycle, you know, you could be an alien watching us from orbit. That actually would be fun. Say something in the chat if you're an alien from outer space. No, nothing. Okay. You know, one can hope. One can hope.
Up like that.
Hey, but I don't think it's an alien. Well, you know, you never know. You can't judge a book by its cover. All right. Are you there? Right there, Fisher? Felt like you blinded yourself.
Yeah. I'm good. Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. Well, you know. Do what I did when I was in college to stay awake. Bite in a lemon.
Oh, I don't think that would help me right now.
Oh, don't worry. It helps. It helps a lot. While everyone else was cultivating their caffeine addiction and other addictions, I was waking myself up by taking a sip of concentrated lemon juice. It really wakes you up in the morning, especially when you didn't notice and your lips is cracked. Your lips is cracked. Yeah, that wakes you up really bad. And then eventually I was able to start eating lemons as if they were apples. So, yeah. And yes, if people say something in the chat, I could try and show you next episode. No viewer wants to see this? Okay. That's okay.
Which con?
You see, I've generally found that it's a bad idea to look into the future. It's like just name one person who had a positive experience by looking into the future and didn't just get like really stressed out.
Well, that's the thing. Those who actually do this, they don't tell anyone. That's why we don't hear from them. Alright, so let's get started. And before someone decides to try and get someone to sue us, if you like the thunderstorm in the background, ambient mixer. If you like the battle map, it's Dungeon Alchemist, and the world map, it's Wonder Draft. Speaking of Wonder Draft, I'm still on that schedule for making that new broadcast tomorrow, February 29. I hope it's a good sign. With map making. My players aren't going to be there, but I'm going to be there. And since it's just going to be me, if you ever want to speak to me in French, I will read, because I will have the chat open this time. And I will be able to answer, but I'll probably answer in English, because, let's face it, most of the viewers speak English, so... Yeah, that's mainly it.
It is fortunately/unfortunately a universal language.
Well, we can still argue right now that there is still a chance that any language spoken in China, because there are more than one, could eventually become a universal language. But right now, yes, it does look like English is going to be the universal language.
That's why I said A, not the.
Everybody knows it's going to turn out like it does in Firefly. And everybody speaks English, but you
But
swear
curse
in the...
I wouldn't mind that, actually. Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe it's going to turn out like this. Alright. So, with that little element of publicity. Oh yeah, and probably I'm going to start this at 9:30 Eastern Time. We'll see. If it's too harsh, maybe I'll begin at 10 also. And there won't be a rebroadcast of that, because since I am going to be able to start talking in a chat, it's probably a bad idea to rebroadcast. Especially if if I can't answer the chat in the rebroadcast. So, but yeah. All right. Now, what happened last episode? Well, a lot and not a lot. Because let's face it, 4 hours happened in the first 30 minutes, and in the next 2 hours. 24 seconds happened.
I told you, don't want to know the future.
I don't know.
Time dilation. Alright, so what happened? Well, the player confronted their...
That's what she said. Sorry.
Okay.
Toby's audio's right. Came out of nowhere.
Well, it's what's important. It's the message he was giving. He doesn't talk a lot, but every message counts. All right, so our wonderful team party confronted
Time Knights.
the Time Knights confronted their challenge. Well, you're the Time Knights, but you don't want to know the future? Damn.
Well, we've never been
No,
to
we
the
only-
future.
we only
We've
help
never
people in
solved
the
future
past,
before
yeah.
we're there.
Yes. Gonna have to arrange that at some point. All right. So, what was I saying? The Time Knights confronted their challenge to open the vault door. First, the party had to wait several hours. Left to their own devices, some waited patiently, others kept on investigating the courtyard, and finally, some simply tried to pass the time. Then, without warning, all the candles and lanterns lit themselves, and the evaluation took on a more dynamic form. The challenge shifted into the form of Stekiit, a word which translated, using magic, to evaluator. The evaluator charged our adventurer, and a fight which feels unwinnable started. That's exactly where we left off, at round 4, if I'm not mistaken. Beginning
How
round
many rounds we
5.
got?
If not round 4, then round 5.
Yeah, I think beginning round
We started
5.
round 5,
Yeah.
yeah.
5. All right, let's go back to... 9:30 Eastern Time. 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 9:30 Eastern little bit of music, just in case someone doesn't know what to say. We have the battleground, who's going to reappear in a few moments. Alright, so for those who missed the fight, everyone learned that Stekiit has very good ears, and so he knows when you walk outside of the path. He seems to have a relationship with lights, and he seems to be able to simply project himself anywhere he wants on the battlefield. And he seems slightly crazy also.
Or just very excited.
Yeah, maybe he's just...
was-
Yeah, no, maybe he's just a very excitable person.
When was the last time he had company?
That's a good point.
True.
Could have been several hundred years. Anyone would go slightly nuts with this.
Give him a back massage. He's a little tense.
Maybe that's what you should do. You know?
I'm trying. He won't let me get my hands.
Alright. So...
I mean, it would help if he put down the butter knife.
Yeah. It always helps. It's always a good idea. It's always the answer you're looking for. Put down the butter knife. Alright. Top of the initiative. Wit. Oh, wow. That's nice. It's Fisher.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Fisher could end the combat right here, potentially.
Come on,
That's the
Fisher.
right thing. Come on, Fisher.
Shut up.
No pressure.
I'd like to remind you that it's only 6 seconds, so come on, please.
Yeah. I am
You're supposed to
gonna
do a speech in 6 seconds.
just go, fuck it. I'm gonna
Oh,
stomp into the bones a little bit. Let's go H14
Yeah, we have a battle map.
and just shout out, "Come get me, you fucker. Who are you to judge me? I'm my own person."
I like it. A combination of all of the strategies we talked about.
Yeah. And just for fun, it's not gonna cost you anything. I'd like you to roll charisma for this.
Oh yeah, something I'm good at.
Don't worry, it's not gonna penalize
Oh my
you.
god, 17.
Wow, you actually were able to be emotional while saying this. That's
It's a little hard in my current out of game physical state of being. Buster.
All right.
it sounds like I'm passionate about what I'm saying. It's because I am.
Exactly.
But yeah, Fisher seems to be a little bit more alive with this. Come and get me! I'm not gonna let you do it! I am my own person! I am not a number! Oh no, sorry, wrong. Alright. Anything else?
And then I guess I have an action. Do something with.
That is something you have.
You know, you could still walk to H12 and still be inside of that crunching zone.
Uh-huh.
As long as you're close to audience.
Yeah. Fuck it, why not? Yeah. I'm gonna go out of my way to step on some bones on my way over there.
Crack some skulls.
Yeah. It's Terminator style. And then I'm gonna swing at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a green flame blade first. That's a 21 to hit.
That's enough.
So that's 3 fire damage and 5 plus math. 12 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action attack. And that's a nat 1. And I'm gonna trip on one of the bones and stumble a little bit.
So you arrive to him, you run up to him, stomping on as many bone as you can. You just fire up your sword and hit him square on with the fire just erupting from the wound. The hit is square on his head, right between his eyes, and you see his skull splitting all the way to his neck. When this happened, you see the spurt of fire that arrives immediately after. You just hear him stop laughing, kinda. The laugh becomes a very muffled and weird sound. You pull your sword out, and because he's just having that odd reaction, the fact that his sound doesn't come out of his throat properly anymore, you mostly just hear as he's trying to laugh. You're sort of taken aback slightly, and you just look at him, and you distractingly swing at him again and miss the second time.
Be a great inhaler joke in there if that existed in this world.
Well, I mean, even during that time period, like, people, like, did breathe things in for their health.
We're talking about Dungeons and Dragons, you know? You've seen gnomes.
Yeah, get your real life shit out of my pretend games.
He has a tank of oxygen.
But we're gonna forgive Fisher because he doesn't actually breathe, so it's normal that he doesn't get it. So
Yeah.
all right.
You have to do this forever, even when you're sleeping,
Sounds
which is a whole other thing.
How do you get any rest? You just keep having to all night long. Does it ever end? You mean you also have a heartbeat? You keep hearing this
Imagine being reliant on
all day long?
being able to breathe to be able to talk. That sounds...
So uncomfortable. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Just all those other things that make you go doki doki.
Organic life is weird. You have to admit that, Fisher. You actually, no. I was gonna say maybe now you have someone to talk to, but no, Tobiyashi technically is still organic. He's just slime.
I bring it up more, but then it just sounds like I don't know as much as I like people to think I do, so I like to pretend I'm smart.
Yeah. All right, so next one on the list is Tobiyashi and the creature.
All right. Okay. I'll sit up. Hearing what Fisher said, I'm like, you know what? He's right. I fall off the balcony.
Okay.
But
How high up was that?
Well, he's a monk.
he's a monk. He's got
15 feet, and it's a racial trait.
Yeah.
I basically take no damage. Anyways,
Do you like
well, right
on the
now, since
floor
I have
when you
2
come
things of
down?
exhaustion, I probably do. I kind of look like I'm melting.
My movement's halved, right?
With 2 exhaustion, I believe so. Hold on. It's either at
With 2 levels of exhaustion, yes, your speed is halved.
So
Oh,
I
goodness.
fall on K16 as I roll off the roof and almost turn into a puddle. I am then, let me see if I have enough movement anyways. So it's 20? 25? No, 20.
20 what?
Or do I round up?
4?
Since my movement's halved? Because I have 45? Do I have 25 movement?
Yeah, well, it's going to be 20 because it's 5 feet that's going to be cut in half, so it's 3 feet. So
Okay.
it's 23 feet that you can't move. So we're going to go with 20.
Alright. I will walk right up to J12.
Okay.
After doing that, I drop my weapons onto the ground. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of everybody saying what I'm going to do, what I can do. I'm tired of being judged by all these gods. I'm kind of yelling up in the air, not even looking at the guy right there. I just kind of walked up to him. I only have 6 seconds. What can I say?
Well, I won't penalize you if you use 8 seconds.
Yeah, I'll say, I'm tired of this. I'm not taking it anymore. I'm deciding to come down here. I'm not fighting. Let him do what he wants with me. But whatever he does, at least I know that I did what I wanted to do. And I will not do anything. I will end my turn.
Okay. Okay. So, his turn. That's very interesting. How is he gonna answer that? Right. Okay. As you say this, he looks at you for a moment. So you basically just throw down your weapon and say,
Yeah.
you're not gonna let anyone decide for you anymore. Okay. So that's gonna be...
You wouldn't hurt a man with glasses. No, I'm just kidding.
No, actually, there is this... He can only do one thing with this.
Come on, I can't have you up here. Say hi.
Hello.
Alright, you're gone.
It's your owner. Alright. Well, in that case, what he's gonna do... Okay, that's what he's gonna do. Not a lot of things he can do with this. Do you resist? Stekiit is going to grapple you. Do you resist? Tobiashi?
Nope.
Nope. Alright. He grabs you, he pulls you by making one step back, and he shoves you on Fisher.
Huh? Does Fisher have to do something?
Well,
Can I do something?
I'm gonna give you a dexterity saving throw if you want to avoid Tobiashi being shoved on you. You're muted, Remy.
That's
oh, okay.
I don't know. You're just cutting out.
Oh, okay. Like be mindful that his husband is watching.
Oh, yeah.
I have a family.
that is a 13.
Okay.
Instead of trying to dodge him, can I like I don't know, catch him?
With a 13? Yeah, sure. I guess
I'm a little moist and drippy right now.
you know, you don't know what he was doing on the balcony over there. He's moist and drippy right now. Alright. So, he just shoves him on you, Fisher, and Stekiit seems to lose interest in you, Tobiyashi, and he just looks at Fisher. You're watching him as his head slowly reforms, and the moment that his throat is completely reformed, you just hear him say, "Aww." Give me a hug. He looks at you, Fisher, when he says this. In the same way you would expect a rogue that you know has a dagger in his belt to say, "Give me a hug."
Mm-hmm. Alright, hold still.
That was fool. Get off of here.
Audience, I just sent you a message. Because you're right next to the door.
Interesting. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Alright, so that's Stekiit, which means we go down to Remy.
At this point, it's difficult to say what Remy can do.
Yeah, you're cutting off and on and off. It's like it's as if your microphone was too far, or maybe you're talking too softly. We can hear maybe 20% of what you're saying. So you saw.
I'll just try it out right now.
Oh, okay.
See if that fixes it. It might just be a weird network issue.
Oh, maybe.
Anyways, what I was saying is that I'm not sure precisely how Raimi can help at this point. He feels like he's been giving the information that's needed, but he also recognizes that it's not always super clear for obvious reasons.
All right.
I guess what he can do at this point, since verbal stuff ain't working out,
Do some hand stuff.
giggity. Actually, since y'all are grouped there, at least you'll be able to see it properly. He's actually going to send a minor illusion, and you guys are about that 30-foot mark away. If nothing else, just letting you have this particular bit of information, as it shows a more ethereal version of the room, and the evaluator appears to be into different places and seems to. Hopefully, people remember from last week what that was, because he tried to express that in words, so he figured presented as an image might be clear.
Oh, that he can throw his voice?
So that he's in multiple places and can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would hope that based on few pieces of information that you could reasonably come to that conclusion on the table rather than just above it.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
Anything else?
no, that's it, because he can't really go much faster either.
Alright.
He's also exhausted by 2 levels.
Alright. So that's Remy.
Oh, that charisma check that I actually did pretty good on, that was supposed to be a disadvantage. I have 1 level of exhaustion.
That's okay. It is alright. Well, we'll see how exhausted.
Somehow I rolled better. So
Okay, so yeah. Apparently, when you're exhausted, you become more emotional. It's just canon now. You're one of those person who starts crying when they are tired or drink too much. We now have confirmation that Fisher is like this. So, okay. Onak, what can an Onak do in this situation? Seems to be able. No, that's not gonna help. Alright, well. So, I personally missed half of what you were saying with your illusion. Can you tell me again what your illusion did?
You were kind of cutting in and out.
Motherfucking hell, I will burn this whole app to the ground.
You managed to solve your mouse problem, but your sound problem was not solved.
I'm gonna unplug it and plug back in.
Okay.
I believe it was a more ethereal version of the area with 2 of the figure in different places.
I think he unplugged his camera. He's gonna plug it in again.
Or at least that's what I understood from his.
Alright, if that doesn't work out, I will just throw it across the room. I'm not gonna do that because it was expensive. But anyway, so what Raimi gave an illusion essentially of what he saw in the ethereal realm when he jumped. Like of the of the evaluator appearing to be in one location but seems to have already moved to another location prior to it being shown in the material plane.
All right. Okay, so actually that would probably help you, Fisher, realize why Stekiit was able to attack you when you thought you hid yourself, because the 2.5 seconds that Remy showed you walking right past him as you were going to actually go behind the column. Know when you were when you were trying to be stealthy. Alright. So, but there's no indication of that. Alright. Well, anyone look below 50% health, hit point?
Not currently.
Not currently. Okay.
Just look tired.
Also not currently.
Okay. Well, in that case, Owenak doesn't see anyone that needs healing, which means he's gonna go attacking. Actually, no, it's not something that follows. It's something that stays. Alright, well, he's just gonna use, once again, the razor leaves. And he's gonna use it at just a little higher level, because...
Ornak uses its razor leaf.
Maybe I should say leaf razor, because I don't want to get sued by it.
I mean, I guess technically there is the move Leaf Storm in Pokemon. The
Well, that just sounds like a druidic version of what's the name of the spell that audience used a few times?
Spare guys.
Yes, that's it. That just sounds like a druidic version of that. Okay. Hold on. Where's the spell? Let's... Right. 3. Okay.
like
There we go.
art.
It's starting to happen again. I don't know why. It was working just before, but your sound started to go... oh. You can throw something else across the room if you want. Yes, that's right. Alright.
Just know, if you punch a hole in a wall, your name permanently changes to Kyle. And you can only drink Monster from now on.
I don't even drink energy drink. I've never even actually
Sorry,
drank
them's the rules.
I just got disconnected.
energy drinks. I think I will die.
Yeah, you probably would.
Yeah, I just got disconnected out of nowhere. I had to
Okay.
rejoin.
Well, you're back now.
Well, your picture is not moving on OBS, but
Yeah, 1 second.
as long as we can hear you. All right, so
Nope. Okay.
16. Okay. Which mean oh, all right. So Onak just summons. Well, not summons. He just grabs leaves inside of his head and just. Well, he's gonna make 2 step back just because he doesn't want to be in melee range, and throw it at the creature. 3 of them. One of them just keeps going straight forward. He uses it at a higher level, but 3 of them actually connect. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 3 of them actually connects, but that wasn't part of what was said, so he had no clue of knowing that this would happen. Oh no, that's dumb. Oh, that's dumb. Alright, sorry. He's gonna go with grabbing the 3 that hit him, and you see the leaf just burrow into him, just as if someone was shooting on him, just go. He looks at his body and grabs all 3, turns around and swings them at you, Fisher, and you, Tobiyashi. Tobiyashi, 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. Which means you take... where's the spell? You take...
Does Toby get partial cover because I'm still holding him?
Well, technically, I don't think you're still shielding him, so... He was just shoved into you.
I tried.
Alright, so...
I enter Fisher's body.
through his mouth? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Wear him like a pseudo armor.
You take 7 points of slashing damage, and 2 of the 2 other projectile go toward... you, Fisher, with a 24 and a 25.
I take it,
will
trying not to
cast
flinch.
Shield and block both.
Alright. One he throws to Tobiyashi, the second, the 2 others, pulls them out, and you just see him going right to stab for you, and you pull out that magical shield at last minute. Alright.
Come on, work.
I hope you didn't lose Remy. His microphone was working fine for a few minutes. I don't know why. It's probably it's probably Skype that's having a problem. You know, that element of, oh, I just came back into a connection, now it's stable, and then suddenly...
Uh-huh.
Alright. Which means that was... And now we go to audience.
Alright. Well. Audience sees the creature there. He sees them. He knows. So, okay, audience will say, at least one thing audience will do that I know he's going to do is he's going to say, by the way, Toby's name disappeared from the door. That's either good or bad.
Oh.
I don't know. And then, let's see, I know the creature isn't necessarily 2 spots, so attack. So what I'm going to do is audience is going to go and try and do exactly what the creature said, give him a hug, but grapple him. Grapple one of the creatures.
Okay.
With an athletics roll.
Can you reach it?
I think, didn't they say you were next to audience? So I assume I can. On the map.
Next to Fisher?
Oh no, wait, 5, 10.
Oh, you only have one point of exhaustion. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just barely, I think.
Yeah,
Exactly. You can just reach
exactly.
him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try and grapple him.
Alright.
I'm gonna try and keep one of the copies. I don't know if there can be multiple copies. But let's see. It's a 21.
With a 21. Alright, alright. Alright, as you do this, he... Oh, wow. Remy, remind me your passive perception, is that what?
21.
21, okay. Alright, so, audience, you go to grapple the creature, and the creature has a moment where he looks at you and aww. He turns around and try and grapple Tobiyashi again as you're grappling him.
He tries to grapple Toby. Okay.
Yeah. Tobiyashi, do you
I let it
contest?
happen.
Do you contest the that grappling attempt?
Nope.
Okay, Remy. Ah, that's. Yeah. Because you have a higher than 20 perception roll, this is what you see from your point of view. It's as precise as I'm gonna get. So you see audience grappling the creature, and then you see the creature grappling Tobiyashi. But from your point of view, there is that detail. That's all. That also happens. So for you, audience, there's sort of that element of, okay, that's an odd decision. You grapple hug him, and he turns around and grapple hugs Tobiyashi.
Kobayashi. Does my blind sense anything, or does everything seem normal to my blind sense? The copies. Within 10 feet.
Your blind sense would give you one thing. He feels very light-footed.
He feels very... Okay, but it feels like he is a
He's
physical
there,
copy, right?
but...
Yeah.
Alright, so your blind sense would probably give you that detail. Sometime he is not light-footed, and sometime he is light-footed. But he is never both at the same time.
Interesting, but I can't. Okay. Cool. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, which means we go back to top of the initiative with Fisher.
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna.
Right now it's starting to look like a group hug, that thing.
Yeah.
But there is the good element that right now, audience is holding the creature, and the creature is holding Tobiyashi. I probably would consider giving you advantage on hitting him, since he's being held by someone and he is holding someone.
I'll take that. And I'll hit him with Great Weapon Master.
Alright.
Which is gonna be. No, that's a 21 to hit.
Okay.
That one. Yeah, 25 slashing damage.
Okay.
And the second attack is a 1 and a 20. So that's a crit.
Okay.
I apologize in advance, Toby, if I just kill you right now.
It's fine.
29 slashing damage. And then, because I got a crit, I get to attack with my bonus action.
Okay.
I'll attack again. That is a 19 to hit.
Okay. That's enough.
Oh, sick. For some reason I thought his AC was 20. That's 23 slashing damage.
Okay. So, this is what happened. For you, Remy, looking at everything like this is the only message that I add. For everyone else. So, Fisher, you see the creature being held. This is my turn. This is my moment. You strike him. The first
I say, hug my sword, and then I fucking hit him.
Ah, that's so poetic. You go to hit him, and the moment you say, hug my sword, you hear him just go, I will! He grabs your sword and pushes it down into Tobiyashi. Tobiyashi, you just take 25 points of damage. He turns around, still keeping your sword in one hand. Fisher, you get the feeling that he's holding it. Make sure that you don't attack again. He turns around and jabs Audience with his hand. Audience. Well, this is probably gonna start giving you answers, but Audience would not know this. Natural 20 to hit you.
Can I silvery barbs that with a reaction?
You can try.
I'll try. I don't want to hit my friends.
No effect.
Alright.
Audience, 29 points of slashing damage.
Interesting.
And then he turns around and looks at you, Fisher, almost gives you a wink and shoves your sword into Tobiyashi's guts for another 23 points of damage. Remy, the information that I give you is something that only you see because of your perception. There is something weird with that. As in...
Do I feel anything weird with the grapple while he's doing all this?
Well, from your point of view, no. You don't have a high enough passive perception to perceive what Remy just perceived. From your point of view, it just feels like, in mechanical term, he has a reactive ability that when you attack it, he can redirect damage he takes in some form. Said by the Dungeon Master, every single attack that Fisher has made, he has redirected toward a friend. Audience, you took the natural 20. Tobiyashi, you took the 25 and 23 points of damage that Fisher just
Wait,
made.
I took 2 attacks?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that makes...
Sorry. I just had a super good turn, and it ended super bad.
And Toby's name disappeared when he stopped fighting the creature.
Yeah. This is why I say
Okay.
there's the element of mechanic that audience would not know. You can't know that the audience cannot know that he got struck by a natural 20, which is the actual number that Fisher hit the creature
No.
with. But you know that it was a really damn good hit. That the
But
creature
I watched
was...
Fisher do the 2 attacks, and I watched the creature... Okay, interesting. And I watched Toby's name just... Okay. Interesting.
And Tobiyashi is bleeding profusely.
Audience would probably start to put together what maybe is going on.
But there are 2 levels to this to understand right now.
Audience might start to understand the first level.
Okay. Tobiyashi.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Well, I use my action to ungrapple myself. I just kind of slip out of his arms.
Oh yeah, you have an ability that simply gives you the ability to escape a grapple, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Does it use an action? Does it use a...
It uses an action.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is reshape body as an action.
Yeah.
The living can reshape its body, allowing it to escape non-magical bindings or remove any grapple condition.
Alright. So you slip out of his arm easily, and as you slip out of his arms, you see the creature just turn around toward audience, and he just gives you this, oh! And he just slips out of your grasp.
Yep. Okay. Well, now that feels like it starts... That kind of would probably conclude it for audience.
Well,
Where do you go from there, Tobiyashi?
let's see, how much... So if I use Step of the Wind, would I have my full movement?
The equivalent of, yeah, it gives you twice your movement speed, so it would go back to normal.
Alright. I will use my bonus action to do that.
Oh, damn. That's right. You took a lot of damage. Everyone does a charisma saving throw. Sorry, please.
Oh, does it look like he's gonna attack me?
No. It's because I just realized that you nearly took 50 points of damage in total, so...
So you said charisma?
Yeah.
Charisma. You guys are all next to audience, though.
yeah.
Not Remy, but
How much do we get?
+2, I think.
Being
plus
around
2. An extra plus 2.
Alright, well that makes it from a straight 14 to 16.
Alright.
That won't be enough.
No. Fisher?
A 20.
20, that is enough. Audience?
25.
That is enough. Remy?
Find out in a second.
We can hear you now. That's nice.
Well, I mean, if you do wind up hearing me and like very consistently, then I know what the problem is.
Okay. So far, it's good. It's consistent.
21.
21. Wow. Only Tobiyashi gets hit by despair as he's being cut into pieces. So Tobiyashi, you have a third point of exhaustion.
What does that do?
That's starting to be crippling. Hold on. My hands, for some
Indie Beyond
reason.
has a section for it that tells you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to it, but for some reason my mouse is not reacting a lot.
You said under where? Using inventory, spells, actions.
Come on, get there. Alright. Third point of exhaustion, disadvantage on attack roll and saving throw. Oh man, that's gonna start piling up real fast for you now.
Alright, I'm bleeding everywhere. I start to walk away towards the door.
Well, I think the technical term is oozing.
Yeah, I'm oozing everywhere. You can hear my ooze dripping all over the place. Hair oozy in front of my face. As I take that next level of exhaustion, I kind of look up.
To you, it doesn't feel like exhaustion. It feels like despair. It feels like there's no hope. The light are going out everywhere. It's even starting to be difficult to see the edge of the walls right now for you.
I start walking towards the doors at A, 10, and 11.
Alright.
I'm not announcing this super loud, but I am saying it as I'm walking. I'll say... Yeah, in the middle of me walking. I aspire to become a hero and to prove to those around me, as well as those that I have formed a connection with, that I am inherently valuable. You guys start to hear it less as I'm walking away. No.
So basically, you start him doing his speech, and then suddenly it turns into a mumble, and then he's reaching the door. You just hear.
Yeah, I'm kind of speaking to the person, the god who's watching us right now, I guess. No matter the divine status of others, I'm determined to not let them undermine my worth or prematurely end my journey. There's a great evil that I must defeat, and even though I haven't fully grasped the principles I should uphold, many questions remain unanswered. I must protect certain individuals, and it's crucial that I show both to myself and those in the monastery that I'm not a lost cause. Well, I've not yet arrived at my destination. I'm actively working to better myself. Although the journey has been long, I will not let anyone, not even you, obstruct my path. So do what you need to. And I walk up to the door.
Alright, so Tobiashi spends the next 2 rounds talking.
Yeah, that's basically what happens. No matter what happens, I just keep saying that.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
But that'll end my turn, and I think the next one and the next one. As I'm standing in front of the door.
Okay.
I've taken myself out of battle.
Okay, okay. He's the aggressive one. Alright.
And it's kind of ironic since I just left the grapple.
Stekiit moves up once and tries to move twice. Fisher, you get a reaction. You get a no, you try to silvery barb. You don't have a reaction anymore. Okay. You're muted.
What? I shouldn't be.
Okay, well, maybe it's just your lips move and I didn't hear any sound. So maybe you got
Remy probably heard all of that, if I'm going to be honest. With his passive perception.
Alright.
I said correct. I do not have a reaction.
Alright, Stekiit is going to try and... Oh. Won't work. Alright, well... Audience, it looks like Stekiit is turning around, still in his slightly provocative way of looking, just looking at you. I like you. He turns around and grapples Onak. Gives him a great big hug and tries to shove him into you. You can make a dexterity saving throw, although because of Onak's weight, I'm not sure it's even going to do damage even if you fail.
I mean, I guess I would. It's a 16.
Ah! You can even catch him if you want.
I'll catch him, sure.
Alright. Which means we go next to... Remy.
At this point,
Remy has a whole lot of information to analyze in a very short amount of time.
Well, Ring's been thinking about it for a bit, but he knows that Fisher won't do it. So Raimi is actually going to... Yeah. Raimi is going to use both his action and his bonus action, because both are required, to pull out Terry's box and open it.
Interesting.
There
Can you make it over there?
That is what Mage Hand is for. Hence, action end.
Tobiyashi,
Yeah.
because you're right next to the door, you see this appearing on the door.
Traitor.
No.
Under Raimi's.
It's a quality next to someone's name. But not written. Because you have your mask, you can actually see the actual translation, and it doesn't feel like it's said in a quality manner.
Okay.
Alright, so... Well, because it's on Fisher, I can give you a dexterity saving throw if you want to prevent a box being pulled out of your backpack. But if you don't want, then...
Would I even notice? 'Cause I believe his mage hand is invisible.
It's invisible,
And-
but you might feel the box being pulled out of your backpack.
That's what my sleight of hand check
Oh,
is
sorry,
for.
I didn't understand it. Okay, well, roll...
Beat a 14.
Well, I have to roll it with disadvantage.
on
Right,
the...
yeah,
Technically,
the
I think so
passives
does Fisher.
are passives.
Yes, it's your
effective by-
passive perception.
Yeah, but is it effective by my exhaustion level?
Disadvantage would mean it's a -5.
You
Yeah.
beat a 9.
The like a funny enough with disadvantage, a 3 on the die, but
But you're a rogue with expertise.
I think he would have literally had to roll a nat 1 to
That-
not beat a 9.
Sorry, what did you say?
so I say add 13 to that. So
Yeah, no.
Sounds right.
He wouldn't have perceived it even without the disadvantage. You would have beaten exactly the roll you needed to get the box out of it. Alright.
but yeah, like essentially in the back of Raimi's mind, just like Raimi is trying so hard to communicate the things that he's seeing. Like and granted, he has his own, communication quirks, but at least he could be clear.
Uh-huh.
Alright,
Ironically.
so the box is out, floating in the air.
But then again, I use the other action to actually open the box.
And shake it a little. To get Harry out. Okay. Do you shake it like I said?
No, he is more just going to tilt it in a direction, since from my understanding of the box, he could still see out of it even when he's in it, so long as it's open.
Yeah, if it's in the right room, there's a... How many? I believe there was 4 room, so there's
That sounds correct.
one chance out of 4 that he's in the right room to start with. But if not, he's gonna be there probably next round.
And I guess specifically orienting the box so that it's looking... Actually, it's not really hard, considering the other
All right.
seeing the battle before them.
I know you're not gonna like me for saying this, but your voice just dropped.
But you know what, though? I eliminated a possibility.
Okay.
So at least there's that.
I didn't hear it. Right now it's okay. It happens a whole lot less. And there seems to be a distinction with sometimes your voice becoming mechanical. So,
Mechanical probably tells me it's a connection issue.
okay. So I didn't hear the last part. When you said the box is open, you tilt it so he can see. And I didn't hear the last part.
Oh, just because, like, just so that Terry can see specifically the creature, or like the general area of where they believe the creature is.
Okay.
Because Raimi is reasonably certain that...
See, that I didn't hear.
things even more than Raimi can see in this moment.
Okay. All right.
Probably so.
So, what's Terry's initiative? Let's see. Terry has a... no, that was Constitution. Doesn't have a good... see, those are the time where I sort of miss the... when in D&D they split two stats, because he doesn't have a great dexterity. Because he's small, he can't move, and the best he can do is just roll on himself. But he can't have a good reaction. It's just annoying. All right. I know where he is in the action pool. All right, so Terry sees roughly in the right direction. All right. Anything else?
No, it was my action bonus action to do those things, so.
Okay. So now we have Ohunak. Well, Tobiashi looked like he's dying right now, so
Deny healing. No.
no, he's gonna use the higher spell slot to give you an emergency heal, especially since... Are you far enough? No, you're too far because he has 2 levels of exhaustion also. So he's gonna have to use Healing Word. But he's gonna use it at a high level. Which means...
Close my ears. No.
Yeah. Alright. Well, he's gonna... step up just a little bit more. And technically we have... I'm gonna put an NPC behind you, Fisher.
Is he grappled?
No, he was shoved.
Oh, he was shoved. Okay.
So, Arunak uses a higher spell slot, a very high spell slot, but he doesn't consume his level 5, just in case something really bad happens. But he does consume a 4th level slot to give you as much hit point as he can.
Jizz.
$17 points of healing.
Right.
As you smell the scent of, I don't know, pine cones. No, pine cone doesn't smell a lot. Just pine, you know.
It's the fruit. It's the fruit that I had a pin of.
And you suddenly feel slightly refreshed. Alright, that's Ahunak. Which means we go down to audience.
Okay. Audience is gonna say, because he doesn't know more than this, he says, I think Stekiit is responding to the actions we take. like, I guess that's the 6 seconds. And then, so he's gonna not attack Stekiit. He's gonna go... He's actually gonna go walk back to the door next to Toby.
Okay. Yeah, actually, you can exactly reach it because that's where you were.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? This is an interesting thing. I wonder what happens if I do this. I'm gonna try and remove the coin that was in the door.
That's difficult because there was a depression, so
Yeah,
you'd really
I know.
have to start fiddling with this. So just with your hands, it's
No, I'm gonna cover my hands first and then try and remove it.
okay. It would have to be a sleight of hand because it's very fine manipulation. You're trying to slide whatever you can of your nails into a very narrow space to start and try and pull it. So I'm gonna have to go with sleight of hand because of how fine of a manipulation this is.
Well, I rolled a nat 20, but unfortunately it's a check, and I do have a 1 point of exhaustion. So I don't get it, because I rolled a 2 on the second dice.
Oof. Alright. It's too deeply stuck inside. But you declared your intention of no longer fighting, if I understand correctly?
Yeah, I did declare my intention. I would literally have sheathed my sword.
Okay. Then in that case... Oh, you're next to the door, so you see two things. One, you see... Now there is a quality written next to Fisher. And... No, 2-0. And this happens.
Okay.
When-
So the last thing I would do
when
before I
you
end my turn,
sheath-
I'd say,
When you sheath your sword, it happens.
yeah, I'd be like, my name has now also disappeared from the door. Again, I don't know if that's a bad or good thing. But...
Alright. Well,
Is that a good thing? To me, that says you're not being tested anymore, and you can't pass the test you're not taking.
alright.
Well, it already had the information for me. I think it's more like ending the test with the qualities it's already seen for me.
You can't fail a test without taking it either.
Technically you can. You get a 0 if you don't show up for a test.
Yeah.
Just drop the class, don't take the test.
But I also want to see what it does.
So, but
Because it already had qualities from me.
Tobiashi has a point. Now there are two possibilities. Either it's saying that audience and Tobiashi failed the test, or succeeded the test. It's one or the other extreme. All right. Terry. Well, Terry is... I rolled twice once, so it appears that Terry was in the room that the box opened itself to. And there's a moment where... Fisher, you just see a bunch of stars appearing in front of your eyes, and you have a moment of distraction, and then you translate it, just saying, "What's happening? Why am I needed?"
Fisher goes, fuck, damn it, how did they... Okay, gonna need an action to respond, so...
All right. Well, he's the last one of the round, so it goes back to you, to you, Fisher.
Yep. I guess I will cast Minor Illusion. and spin around fucking looking for him.
Oh, he's right behind you. So you have this moment of whoa, not again, because that's what
There's just
happened
a
in the
floating
tower.
box
So
right next to me.
you turn around and the box. Okay, and the box open. How? You're not sure. Okay, it's open. So
Yeah. I will spell out to him with minor illusion. I need to know. We need to know where he is in the ethereal plane to be able to fight him.
okay. Thank God to the fact that he doesn't need to use magic to talk to you. Yeah, he uses reaction, which he held. To answer who? The barely phased-in creature? It's not dangerous.
Interesting.
Fisher
well,
and
I can
Remy,
only
you're the only
cast-
one. Fisher and Remy, you're the only one who actually took time to learn a bit of Terry's language, so you're the only two ones who can actually decipher what he just said.
Uh-huh. The I already cast my minor leap, so I can't respond. I guess Fisher would probably just let out. He usually doesn't breathe, so effectively a sigh. It just kind of
So Fisher uses his reaction to.
yeah. Step off the bones and just stick his sword in the ground.
Okay.
Kind of cross his arms in a hump. Being all grumpy for a little bit.
Okay. Tobiyashi.
Well, I'll shorten it a little bit from what I said.
Yeah, because
I will.
technically your speech was so long that probably this round you only have 1 or 2 seconds. So
Yeah.
I catch up to
will.
Toby, he's still just talking.
Yeah.
Dude, what are you muttering?
I'll use every action, reaction, bonus action to say this shorter, I guess. So it goes, instead of saying, like, I aspire, it'll be like, I will become a hero. I'll prove my worth to those around me. I won't let anyone, even those with divine status, diminish my value or hinder my journey. I must defeat evil, protect others, and establish myself as someone who's not a lost cause. Do what you must. And then I put my hands on the door, trying to push them open.
Okay. The door doesn't open, but okay.
Yeah. That's the end of my turn.
All right. So Fisher stop, Tobiyashi stop, audiences stop. Remy seems to have
Remy hasn't been fighting, so I guess.
Just been doing intel basically ever since.
I need to know right now in Remy's mind? Is he in a combat mind, or does he intend to attack or not at any point?
To make any attacks.
Sorry? The first word got cut off. Just the first word.
Intention of making any attacks.
Okay.
No intention.
Okay.
He's had no intention of making any attacks since.
Okay. So, Remy patiently waits, looks around to see for any reaction. So,
I think the thing that Remy would do is that he would drop
Nope, cut out.
yeah, that little portion got cut off.
Can you get closer to the mic?
No, I
Or
think
is it
it's
in your ear?
I think it's network. It's probably network.
Anyway, the extra thing that Remy will do
Okay.
is that he will go ahead and drop concentration on Pass Without Trace and turn the light on his lantern back on because it's really dark now.
Okay.
But other than that, that's all we can. That's all it's on.
All right. All right. Olenak looks at all of you for a brief moment, and
We all explode.
he cast the exploding cone on the no. Natural 20 to understand what's happening. Rerolled as a 16, so it's still pretty high. Looks around and just have this moment of, right, okay, I can take a hint. He just raises his hand. And audience. Audience, you see Fisher's name disappear. You see Remy's name disappear. You see Oronak's name disappear. There are no names on the door. You briefly saw, for a brief moment, maybe 2 seconds, you saw Terry's name appearing and disappearing.
So everyone's name is gone now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Does audience do anything? Stekiit did not attack this turn.
Audience is still gonna go that maybe he's gonna try and press on. He's gonna still try and do stuff with the coin because he feels like they've maybe finished the test. So he's gonna see if he can press it, turn it, anything like if the door will open now.
Okay.
But
Alright, well, in that case, the only thing that I need to ask is, Fisher, when your turn starts, the beginning of next round, does Fisher remains resolute in his desire to be moody and not attack?
Kind of.
Okay.
He would use another turn to minor illusion to Terry to ask why he knows that or thinks that. Because we had been fighting it and it had been.
Okay. We're gonna go to the break on that because that's interesting. It gives me a reason to explain to you what the challenge was in game. So, all right. So, with this, we're gonna go on our break. Give everyone time to go. God damn it! Why didn't we? And we're gonna be back in 15 minutes. So.
Alright. I'll see you guys.
And marsh sound because I was stupid and didn't do another ambiance. Alright, see you in 15 minutes. Bye.
Sponsored by Baja Blast.
Alright, well, apparently Fisher is still in the bathroom. Alright. So, hello everyone. Hope you had a pleasant break. It's good to feel like you have empty bowels, empty bladder.
Oh, that burnt.
Really? Damn, that wasn't what I was aiming for.
The exhaust from the soda went through my nose when I
yeah.
burped.
Hold on. Audience's camera is slightly weird. Hey, hello. Alright. Don't worry, people watching. Audience is still there. When I do something to the cameras, they go black. So... Oh no, it's the other way around. I need to adjust this. Alright. See, he's back. Alright. So, as all of you put down your weapon and expectantly look at Terry, Fisher, the door, Stekiit, you just see Stekiit there. Look at all of you. And Fisher, you see Stekiit walking toward you, sit down next to you. He looks at the door and he just flickers out like a candle being put out. Disappears in smoke.
I can't fight this fear. Sorry.
Terry looks at you for a moment, Fisher, and he starts saying, he wasn't real.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He was a solid shadow.
I heard about that before.
The concept is not foreign to you.
Okay.
It's essentially an illusion that has substance, but barely.
Uh-huh.
You can touch it, but it wouldn't be able to strike you or to punch you or anything like that.
Would it be firm enough to say it's a bit similar to like what happens when an illusionist uses their level 14 feature?
I don't remember.
Similar
it by
to,
heart.
not precise.
I don't remember it by heart. Hold on.
It essentially just gives the illusion a sense of realness that otherwise it wouldn't normally have.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. It still doesn't have any strength, and this is why it could only...
Yeah, like that's why you can never use the illusions to actually do any damage.
Yeah, and this is why it could only shove. He looks at all of you and says, well, there is still a lingering link to a hole. And he turns around and looks in the direction, and he's looking right where Fisher closed the door to his dimensional storage.
Audience?
Well, audience doesn't know. Fisher has to translate.
But where audience goes the door to dimensional storage.
Yeah.
Uh.
I think there's something still inside.
Oh. Duh.
But
Raimi
couldn't
walks
you...
over,
Couldn't you see it? The light.
No.
The light everywhere. The bright... Anyway, I shouldn't say the light. The energy everywhere. It comes from the walls. It comes from around the fountain. This is where it's all coming from.
It's coming from over there.
I'd allow Fisher and Remy, because they're the one who can actually understand what he's saying, to make an Arcana roll, if you like.
It sounds to me like there was another being is a part of the test, or Stekiit was like the shadow was a shadow and it did get stuck in audience's storage space when he closed it.
But I don't know. I wasn't here for the whole thing. Someone just opened my box.
Yeah, that.
Fisher pierces eyes at Repno.
I wasn't there for the beginning. I can only say that what was there barely had substance. And there is a lingering tether going there. And he points toward where audience closes dimensional storage. And
Hey, audience, you may have actually locked it in your dimensional storage. That may have actually done something.
Let's go.
I don't know if it's good or
I figured
not.
it out, guys. It's all me.
I'm still trying to push on the door.
I
Saying
believe
what I
in
was
you,
saying.
Toby. Just gotta find the right angle.
Maybe we
It's all
have a
about
piece
leverage.
of maybe we have a piece of the god trapped within my dimensional storage. That'd be cool.
I mean, kind of.
what did
I
he say?
feel like we need to let it out.
What did he say?
Even though. He thinks we might have a piece of a god trapped in his dimensional storage, which is, I don't know, maybe true. Probably more like an agent. Then I'll kind of briefly explain what we're doing here to Terry, because he hasn't been out in a second.
Slowly around you as you're explaining it to him, and as you see Tobiashi just pushing madly on the door.
Oh no, I'm not putting any force.
Okay.
I just have my hands and I'm trying to.
Okay.
with
You just
my
look like
mind, open 'em.
you're resting against it,
Yeah, kind
like
of.
doing some calf stretches, but
Yeah.
really.
Ever so lightly pushing on it.
You see the lights around you dimming. The sky becomes normal again. It's normal, cloudy, partially gray, brown, and red sky. And the light goes out. You hear this faint coming from three directions around you. Comes from the left, the right, and below, and the south, which would be back for you.
So everywhere but the door. Do we want
So the door is still closed.
Well,
to?
you didn't hear anything from the door, and Tobiashi stopped putting effort into it. So
I never was. I've just been resting my hands on them, I'm trying to make my words open the door, basically. You guys could try if you want.
you see Tobiashi just rubbing his cheek on the door, whispering to it.
I'm.
You know you want to open up
You
right now.
can't stop me. But please open up, because I can't. 'Cause I can't
So are
get
you
past.
saying? So do you think I need to let the thing out so we can finish the test? Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
Which is why the door isn't opening.
Right, maybe, at least. It's possible.
Okay. I can let it out. I don't know if it's hostile or not hostile to us.
Let's, I don't know, I guess start with the assumption that it's not, and if it is, well, that's fucking
Okay.
shit.
Sometimes it feels like somebody's watching me.
Okay. I'm
Less than
gonna
7
open.
seconds.
All right, I'm gonna open my dimensional space to let out whatever was in it.
You unzip it, you look inside. Yeah, this moment of, okay.
Oh, I don't look inside.
Okay.
I'm opening it. I'm letting whatever. Like I'm not sticking my head in there in case it's hostile.
Explosion. The bomb goes off.
Like I'm just gonna open it so it can come out if it wants.
It comes out. It has one fragment of a scale from everything you shoved inside of there in one hand. It looks at you for a moment, audience. He just goes. And flickers out like a candle. Gives you a bow and disappears, taking with him that small scale.
I hope that wasn't important. Okay, does anything happen with the door when it disappears?
You don't hear anything, and Tobiashi's just talking to the door. Right now.
Wait, okay, I'm lightly pushing on it, but I'm not like pushing on it.
Well, okay.
I mean, it gave me a bow. I feel like that's it saying the test is done.
Toby,
so
how's
I
that
don't
door doing?
know. Yeah,
I don't respond.
Toby.
He keeps talking.
Toby.
to
Still
the
just
door.
slightly pushing.
Toby, can you just open the door like a normal door? Just open it. Just go to open it.
So,
Put some weight behind it.
what are you doing?
Wait.
Pushing, pulling.
Is it a
I'm
pull,
pushing.
maybe?
I'm
Not a
still
push?
pushing. Yeah, I start to push harder. I didn't get a description on how these doors open when we came in here.
Okay.
Try pushing on the, like, amulet, like a button.
I'll push on it.
It's not doing anything, but you're looking at this, and I feel like I should give a intelligence roll to Fisher and Remy for this.
Darn it.
Well, here's the question.
Yeah.
Are we still depressed?
Oh, no,
Oh,
no, that's right, actually. The moment that the second one flickered out, it feels like a relief washes over you, and the exhaustion point vanishes. The injured body don't, but the exhaustion
Well, that would
point
make
does.
sense. Yeah, that would make sense.
Right.
I stopped gooping. I don't have body ED anymore.
Yeah, Arnak, I'm below 50%. Do your job. I don't say it like that.
It just says like right above us in big letters instead of names. It says pool.
I do ask Arnak
I
for some
mean,
healing. though.
snacks that I need healing button.
So you guys are
I
making
do.
intelligence or what? What's going on? I make a religion
there's-
insight check on this door.
All right. He looks at.
Oh, hell, that's a 23.
All right.
I only rolled a 17.
Oh, also, I can cast an R of Vitality as well while we hang out.
Well, honestly, that might be more efficient than Ornak doing it.
Because he has a number of time. You know he has a number of time being summoned, and if he uses spell, the only way he regains them is by being thrown back
Yeah.
where he is.
Well, I'm hoping we only need to maybe resummon him one more time
All right. So.
during this.
Oganek looks at.
But we don't know if there's anything after this.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just using an aura of healing.
All right. Well, he can use Aura of Vitality also.
2d6. Okay.
Well, a total of 20 d6.
Yeah,
but 2d6.
you're right. Let me roll 18 more. Let's see what I actually get.
Why isn't it appearing? Aura of...
53 plus 7, 60.
Did I open the wrong one?
Well, I can get myself back to 80 if I just heal me.
Oh, aura of... Like...
Well, in fairness, like, at least with the other two, they have other ways of healing themselves after, like, other kinds of rests, so...
I am still...
What are you at,
Fine.
Fisher? Because I'm also okay to use some level 2 spell. I have some cure wounds I could use as well.
I'm still above half.
Have you had a chance to use your second win? Because I know, like, you were, like, kept using your bonus action for other things, too, so it's like...
Alright.
Yeah, I didn't have it marked off, but I'm pretty sure I had used it.
I know you attempted to, but I think... Or was that Tobiyashi? One of you was in a situation where you kept trying to use it, but you kept using your bonus action for other things.
Oh, no. I used mine when I was laying on top of the canopy thing.
Alright, so Orenak looks at
Right,
you as
then I think it
well.
was Fisher.
Do you still need me? Because if you don't, I can simply use everything I have left. I don't know. It's really up to you.
Well, we might. We don't know what's actually...
I'd rather
if there's
have
anything...
you around.
Yeah, we don't know if there's anything left in the temple.
Go
I
away.
don't think there is, but let's at least wait till we're done getting the mace.
Alright, well, in that case, I'm gonna hold off on using
Yeah.
higher ability spells.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else.
Alright. So, you look at the door, Fisher, Remy, and you have this feeling that Tobiashi's wasting his effort because it's the kind of door that slides. Don't open by pushing or pulling.
I want to imagine that Raimi and Fisher just turn to each other and share a look. And just and Raimi says in a gruffer voice, like, "You wanna put him out of his misery?"
Yeah. I'm just thinking about that big speech he was talking up. And I'm really
It's a door.
really
Everyone gets
trying
stuck on
hard not
doors.
slap.
Jesus.
It's Toby. Try going sideways.
Okay.
Raimi says in a woman's voice, "You know, I always love a man that makes me laugh."
I will try to push it to the side, I guess.
It takes effort, but you feel it moving slightly. It's a thick door, so you have to put in a lot of effort, but it does feel like it's reacting.
Okay.
So, do you do this alone, or do you wait for your audience to help you?
If
Pull the
I'm
door.
doing it alone, unless anybody wants to come and help me.
All right.
I mean, I'd walk back up towards the door. If he wasn't done by the time I got there, I'd help him.
Well, Tobiashi, make an athletic roll. See how well you pull a cast iron door magically protected. That's been unlocked.
You said what? What athletics?
Athletic. Strength, athletic if you have proficiency.
15.
Okay.
Yeah, I use athletics.
Well, it's working, but audience has a time to arrive before you finish opening it. So, are you letting him do all the effort, or are you just giving him that a little extra moment at the end?
No, I let him finish.
Okay.
He seems like he wanted to do this.
That's okay. I just wanted to know if you rip out your
He was
shirt.
making that whole speech about being like independent and stuff, so and showing his worth. So
You know,
I feel
yeah,
like
just let me go.
I feel like he needs this.
Fisher. Terry looks at you and says, does he want help?
He's got this.
Okay.
Gosh.
You
Well,
finish
remove-
opening the door.
I remove the exhaustion.
So, took a lot out of you. It was a heavy door. But you look inside and there's sort of a moment of, oh, reaction to what you're seeing, because you open the door and it, all right, it's a vault. It's a vault of a temple, of an abbey. And you look inside and everything's destroyed. A lot of dust. Get the feeling that there were some shelves with books in it, with scrolls in it. So that's the moment of, oh, god damn it. But completely at the end of it, not central place, but slightly to the left, you see something glowing, a light. And you recognize the rough shape of a hammer. It's a little bit bigger. Imagine Thor's hammer from Marvel, but a much longer handle, and each side of the hammer is a little bit more artistic than this.
Alright. Audience
Yeah.
is going to cast a divine sense to make sure there's
Oh, I was.
nothing we're missing.
I
I mean, you could do something while I'm
I-
casting the divine
was
sense.
just gonna walk right up to it and try to pick it up.
Okay. Audience is checking for traps. You can do that.
So, audience, you extend your perception inside of this place, and the only thing that catches your attention is the object itself, which radiates divine energy.
Evil energy. Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, hopefully there's no like you're not worthy thing going on with the mace, and Toby gets like fried. But I was gonna try and get the amulet and then pick up the mace, but we'll hope that nothing happens to Toby.
Now that the door is open, you can actually easily get the amulet back. And as a matter of fact, as you're about to reach for it and sort of have this moment in your mind of saying, "Oh, all right, I'm gonna have to," you realize that it popped out just a little bit. So it's easy to take
Okay.
out now.
I will take the amulet back, and then since I said I would return it to the guy, and then see if Toby bursts into flame when he picks up the mace, because he didn't wait for me to
If only.
finish.
So you take the hammer and whew, you feel the energy radiating from it. It's like
I go Super Saiyan from it.
no. Well, maybe your hair, but not the power increase.
Yeah.
It's really sort of like grabbing one of those. I don't know what they're called in English. Tesla coil, just the ball at the end of it,
Okay.
but not strong enough to shock you. Just enough to feel that energy go inside of you. You feel the hair, the slime approximation of hair everywhere on you. Just stand up. Even your own hair just slightly pushes outward. There's sort of that breath of inhaling something that has too much oxygen that nearly puts you into an hyperventilation state. As you grab it, but you also feel something pushing back against you. How that translates mechanically, this is something that you can attune to, but not someone of your class.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everything seems all right.
Cool.
As you grab this and you see the light is even stronger than, now that he has it in his hand, and you just look at him, there's sort of that moment of, oh damn, now your Mace of Disruption looks weak compared to this. The light that it's giving off, it's stronger. Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Anything else we need from him?
I don't think so. I think we just need the mace.
Unless
All
you
right, here,
want
you take it.
book dust.
I had.
I don't know if he was. I don't know who he was talking to. Okay, he was talking to me.
Yeah, because I'm expecting you to be right at the door.
Yeah. Okay. I will not say no to taking the mace. You get no.
I'll hand him the mace. I'm like, here, take this. It feels like it doesn't want me.
Okay. I will take the mace. Not gonna say no to that.
Alright. Audience, you take the mace and immediately you feel that surge of energy inside of you. You feel like it's connecting to you. It's reaching out inside of you. It's meant to connect with someone like you. You can feel it trying to grab inside of you, but not in a evil creature kind of way. It's reaching out, reaching inside of where you go to get your spells. You get a feeling that you'd get a tremendous boost with your magic if you decided to claim it as your own.
I see. Yeah, I'm not sure this other dude's getting this mace, but we'll see. We'll see about it. You know, we're
Well, either way, don't we have to like use the? I guess do we have to take it apart to use the handle as a key?
We don't know. We just know we need the handle.
Uh-huh.
Audience, you even feel inside of you that little creature that goes, oh, oh. That little dragon inside of you that suddenly became very excited at this.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
So basically, you have a whole lot of people that want this for a different reason than you. You have your dragon that wants to eat it. You have someone that wants to use it. You have the rest of the group that wants to dismantle it as a key. And you want to get it because feels like...
Well, I want it for multiple reasons. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. There are a lot of reasons I want it.
I'm gonna start walking back towards where we came from to get into this place.
I guess we should leave
Oh
this,
yeah, and Remy, you probably have a
temple.
a very nice image of audience right now because the moment he took that object, the light of the object washed over him, and it feels like he's slightly glowing. Just a little
See,
bit.
how hard would it be for me to switch into a dual wielding mace build? 1 second.
Well, you need a feat.
You need a feat. Yep.
Need a feat. Would want a fighting style that you can't have as a paladin.
Yeah.
Which, if you want that, another feat.
Yeah.
So I'm here is I just need to multi-class into fighter real quick.
Yeah, that'll also. Ooh.
Just a little jump.
Just a little bit.
I'll be back.
I think his bladder exploded.
Something.
Well,
All right.
Let's
So
get
do
going.
we want to? Yeah. Do we
We
want
have something
to?
important to do.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna want a long rest before we do anything with the.
Well,
actually, let me
obviously.
see if my comms work. Hello, Knight.
You hear the voice of Knight. Yes, who's speaking?
This is audience. We have retrieved the mace.
You have retrieved the mace. Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
Emery-
We're a little hurt, so we probably want to do a rest before we do anything with the temple tomorrow.
Wait. We're not. We're gonna rest, right? But we're going to go free that town, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant by
Okay.
with the temple.
All right.
I'm
sounds
saying
good.
we should rest before we do that, though. But
All right.
I'm
well,
basically gonna
that's okay.
explain to him the situation with the paladin we met outside, and I'm gonna be like, "What do you?
Silence
I'll-
him. No.
No, not silence him. No, basically, do you think we can trust this guy to long rest with, or do you think he's gonna try and take the mace from us in our sleep if we go out there to rest with him?"
Well, I think that's a very interesting moral dilemma you have. If he's there, then he probably knows a lot about the object, which means he might be able to use it to make all of this easier for you. Right now, I'm a little bit busy mounting up the Oh, hold on a minute. And you hear this. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it sounds like he knows a lot, and maybe he knows how to use the object properly. And from the description you gave me, and also the description that Zedra gave me, it feels like the High Priest has a very powerful object. So, I don't know. It might be a question of just how easy do you want your goal to be? Because if he has a very powerful object, if he has an object of equivalent power, you'll need someone that knows how to use that.
Yeah.
But if you want to take your chances and simply not give it to him, and did you tell him that you made a vow that you vowed to give the object to him?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I specifically did not do that.
To the knight, I mean.
Yeah. No, I specifically did not vow to him
Okay.
to give him the object.
Yeah, it really is up to you. I mean, he probably knows how to use it, so it would probably be maybe something easier, and it feels like he's not just gonna.
He did also say he'd give us the mace afterwards. So
See, well, and how? What was your impression of his promise?
something felt a little off to me, but I couldn't put exactly what it was. Not that I thought he was lying to us. I didn't think he was lying to us, but there was a specific thing the way he talked about like freeing the town from the storm and making it so that they weren't our problem, that felt a little bit off with what he said. But that was like not really nothing I could point to, and I don't think he was lying to us. So I don't know. I think I might have him make some vows on his god before I give him the mace.
Oh, that's always an interesting thing to do.
Because he does seem to be a paladin, and he had his emblem, so I feel like, similar to me, where I will pretty much never break a vow I make, hopefully he wouldn't break a vow. But
Well, if you think it's good enough, then yeah, you know more about keeping your vows than I do. Well, that's actually an odd. Never mind. It would be take a little bit of while explaining this.
okay. Well, I think we'll take our chances with him.
Okay, just don't completely ignore your intuition. Keep something in reserve just in case.
Okay.
You never know. These people can sometimes be weird, and in this place specifically, it's easy for your mind to get twisted in one way or the other. It's the appropriate realm for this. So maybe your intuition is not wrong.
Okay. Well, either way, we'll be ready by tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll contact you for whatever plan we have to assault the town.
All right. Just inform me 4 hours before you arrive, and we'll be in position. No, don't touch that. Don't. No. Sorry. Leave it there. Okay. Yeah. we'll be in position. I think that Isalna and Azidra has interesting intel. It's not going to be easy. Tell you that. They have a whole lot of people. But I'll take care of the temple and the garrison.
Okay. We just need to take care of the priest? Or the priest and his inner guards?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Azidra might have a better insight into this. Azidra, are you there? Yeah. Yes.
This is open comms. Whoever's hearing.
Yes. You know, people can hear you right now if you shout. Yeah, sorry. You know, there are a few things that are difficult handling a crane, so I'll let you talk a little bit.
Okay. I hear you have potential intel, Azidra, to make it easier.
Well, yes. It seems like they're preparing to receive you.
Yes. They probably noticed when we removed their cursed coin.
Oh, well, that usually doesn't help.
But they actually, both good and bad, because by removing their cursed coin, they also at least don't know where our position is, but they probably know that something's up. So
Right.
Yeah, like I don't know if they could detect it because it's gone. It's out of this world.
Yeah.
It's
So they probably don't know our exact location, but they do probably know, kind of, that we're up
Right.
to something.
All right. So we've been scouting the town, and we can tell you that there are 4 lieutenants. They're always walking with him, so there's a good chance that they'll be there, and they have a substantial militia. So they are organizing a trap right now, placing archers in strategic positions. I think
Okay.
me and Isalna. Remy, you hear the title again being unspoken. We can handle the ambush, but you're still going to have to deal with a substantial amount of people guarding this. You recognize Isalna's voice saying, "Don't worry about us. Any good woman can handle half a dozen men." You hear Azidra say, and you hear the title again. Just go, "Why do you have to phrase it like this?" You don't know why, but you can hear the smirk on Isalna's voice as she just answers, "Don't worry about it."
Okay. So you could deal with the initial. So
We'll do our best to protect you from the outside
Okay.
problem, but it's
So
going
it
to...
sounds like our job's just to get in the temple as quick as possible and then get to the priest.
Oh no, they're going to be waiting for you. We're not sure if they're going to be waiting for you at the entrance of the town or at the town square, but they're not going to let you reach the temple. That much is for sure.
Okay. So. Okay. I mean, from what I saw, most of the guards or most of the enemies are not that strong, but there are a high number of them. It seemed like mostly the priest, and then the lieutenant seemed slightly stronger, but from what I saw when I saw the priest before.
Right.
But if we could isolate the priest, it sounds like, I don't know our friend, but our potential ally and friend might be able to help deal with him. And yeah.
Right. Well, it sounds like the most difficult moment are going to be the initial rounds of this fight. Um, there, we can't make ourselves known before time, otherwise they'll know that their trap has a trap set out for them. So you'll have to take at least the initial attack of their trap.
Is there no way to like get around their trap?
Well,
Not without alerting them, she just said.
yeah, that's the problem. We can deal with the outside interference, the archers, assassins that might be trying to get you from a distance, but it's not going to be instantaneous. However, it's going to get easier and easier as the second goes by.
Mhm.
But if
What if we act like allies of the town and that we're bringing them their mace? How far do you think we could get? But that we just didn't appreciate them like cursing the coin.
Well, then we'd have to have the coin back out, right?
Well, no, we could simply say we found the coin and discovered its curse and didn't appreciate that, but we're still here to, fulfill their deal.
that's definitely a
Do you think that could get
possibility.
us close to the priest?
Well, that's definitely a possibility, but right now they're not information or anything, so I can't help you on that point. You'll have to reach out to me again when you're
Okay.
outside of town.
Because it also sounds like our friend was a prisoner of this town, so that might give us a way in if we bring him in, like, potentially in chains. Pull the old, hey, we brought you this prisoner also. We want to take you. We'll see. We could try.
I don't
There's
know.
possibilities.
From what I can tell, it really feels like they've had an odd grip on this town. As best I can deduce, they arrived maybe 20 years ago, and they immediately started enforcing a very strict rule. In the beginning, it was good because it gave security to everyone, and they managed to make sure that the hags didn't bother the town and the undeads. But apparently, as time went by, it became more and more obvious that they, well, let's just put it bluntly, had a very tyrannic way of running things.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So
I'll talk some
it
more
really
about it.
depends. Let's just say
Well-
you have to handle this with the town people the same way you would handle the victim of a narcissist ruler. Some of them may be loyal, some of them may have suffered a great deal, some of them may have suffered but are still holding on to the idea of when it was better.
I think we were going to try and deal with the town people after the battle. But are you saying the townspeople are going to be part of the group attacking us, or no?
I'm just saying the situation might be more complex than you could expect
I
out
see.
of this.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll let you know when we're close tomorrow. And yeah.
Alright, we'll be in position. You hear Sana go, "Have a nice night. I heard you needed some rest."
All right. I'm going to hang up for now, and then we're going to... Yeah. I guess we'll start making our way back out of the temple.
I pick my weapons up.
Yeah. You pick Terry up. I feel like Fisher wouldn't forget. It's just that the bathroom was more pressing right now.
Specifically pressing on his walls.
Inner wall. I feel like it's it's an important specification.
I feel like my wording was great.
All right.
I might be biased though.
All right, you make your way out of the temple, and it's easier when you well, for Remy it's always, but as you all walk near audience, as you're making your way out, it feels like audience's presence just makes everything lighter right now. You don't feel as unsettled as you did before. But for Tobiashi and Fisher, it's probably because of the mace, but...
No, it's me.
I have the power.
Well, that was a sword, so... Yeah.
Before as we're walking, I'd probably like to take a look at the mace. And look at see if there's any religious symbols on there or anything that I would get off of it.
Oh, make a religion check.
Oh shit. Well, 17.
Okay. So, sorry. Looking at this, you sort of recognize, just like audience did, you sort of recognize a little bit the iconography of a god that you know from your world. And just like it was stated before, it's a god that is mostly good, but has a tendency to be a bit vindictive. And his rule has been more associated with the kind of light that you get in a desert and not in a temperate forest. So good, always good intentioned, but always on that line of becoming harsh, killing you like a desert.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As best you can tell, there is a significant difference in the what's written on the handle and on the hammer itself, on the hammer itself, the head of the hammer, telling you that they were made in not by the same person. All of this fits with what you were told. The key originally was a separate thing, and someone added the hammer on it, taking advantage of the power of the key itself, creating a very powerful artifact with this. You do get the feeling that the hammer has a property, which you won't find in Dungeon Master Guide, which is essentially it translates to being attuned to a type of power. It exists with all types of magic, divine, nature, and arcane. But someone possessing an object like this, being attuned to an object like this, essentially gains a certain amount of spell slots.
Oh.
Additional spell slots.
Okay.
And there is a lot of reference to the light, to a sun sending out beams, rays of light everywhere. So you get the feeling that usually this depicts things like pushing back darkness, piercing through veils, through illusions, radiating energy in some way. You can't be sure of the exact powers of the object, but you get a feeling that the powers of the object will most likely revolve around these elements.
Okay.
And of course, looking at this, you can confirm that it really is an artifact. Not an artifact as in what a lot of people just say, but an actual true artifact. So an object made by gods, meaning it's extremely powerful and extremely difficult to destroy.
Okay.
So that's what the information that you get from it. I don't know how much of this you share with the rest of the group, but I'll let you.
I'd share it all.
Okay.
You wonder why audience keeps looking like he's salivating every time you open your mouth.
No, actually, it looks like you're walking with the object right next to your head right now.
It's like,
Just like this.
is that?
You hear water audience whispering, "My precious." For some reason, you don't know why. It's a little weird.
Is that the mace, or you just happy to see me, audience? Oh, gosh.
Both. Right. So you make your way out of the temple, and as expected, you see your friend outside near an improvised campfire.
Mhm.
Immediately sees you coming out. Yes?
Just like, are most campfires improvised?
Well, yeah. By that I mean he's not where you left him, which would have felt like a place where he lived in for a few days. This is really him moving right next to the exit so that he doesn't miss you. That's how I was trying to phrase it.
Still slightly sus, but it's okay.
Lightning bolt. No.
Just immediately lightning bolt him. No.
I mean, that's essentially Tobayashi's handshake.
Yeah. That's how we say hi where I come from.
Yeah, one of his teacher was a air elemental, so he was immune to this.
All the priests there were Tempest clerics.
Yeah.
So when
All of your life,
sorry.
he kept giving you shocking revelations. So sorry, I needed to get that one out. You can talk now. Alright. So you come out of the temple and immediately you see him, and the moment you see him you realize that he has also seen you, and he just stands up, invites you near his campfire.
Yeah. I see no reason to be hostile right now. I'll walk over to it.
I see you have succeeded where I did not.
Yes. It was an interesting challenge with the Guardian. Very counterintuitive for how I normally succeed on my challenges. But
Well, that is why it is called a challenge. It is designed to make you learn things, do things differently.
But yes, we were able to retrieve the mace.
I'm curious. What qualities did he give to each of you?
Nothing.
Interesting.
He told me I was reckless.
I see. And he looks at you, Remy.
Actually, like, Remy is squinting at that, actually. Come around here often?
Well, I do share gods with those who made this temple. Just a little insight. That's all I'm looking for. Learning more about the people that have just agreed to work with?
I'm gonna roll an insight on that one. That's a 16.
It's so frustrating. Because Draken knows exactly why I'm frustrated right now.
Again, audience, you're looking at this and it feels like you're watching at the incarnation of a half-truth. He is genuine. He wants to know who he's working with. It's what
Yeah, so he
after
can
comes
betray
after
us
this
later.
comma that
So
he
he can
wants to know.
betray us later and know our weaknesses. No, I don't know. My mind just keeps jumping though when he said that to what Remy told me earlier. Or actually, I can't remember. Remy, did you tell us in game or out of game that it was like a cheat sheet for a thing to
Out of
possibly
game.
see something?
Out of game. I don't know
Okay.
how Raby will be able to.
Yeah. Never mind. Audience doesn't think about anything Remy said then.
So
Um,
here's the thing, audience. Everything he says feels like it's genuine. He does want. He doesn't feel like he's gonna try and kill all of you. He doesn't feel like he's going to do something out of character for a paladin. He doesn't feel like he's trying to make you look bad or make sure that you take the brunt of the problem. But you keep getting the impression that there's one little detail he just keeps for himself.
Anyway. I'm going to toss him back his emblem. Actually, there's something I'm going to see. I'm going to toss him back his emblem, but when I toss it back to him, I'm going to keep my hand on the bag so it's the bear emblem going towards him. I want to see if he grabs the emblem with his bare hand.
Okay. Yeah, he takes the emblem.
Okay, so he does touch it with his bare hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not afraid.
I'll tell him. I didn't. Well, they were gonna say something about me, but I didn't let them judge me.
Interesting.
And then after that, after he hands him the emblem, I'll look for my pendant to see if it lands on him. Or if it's not on my person at the moment.
Your pendant, Tobiashi, if you make a perception roll.
Yep. 19, 20, 21, 22.
All right. You notice that it's on audience. It's just stuck to the side of his backpack, just right next to his neck. You can see the chain of his own holy symbol that he keeps hidden right now, but you can see the chain just coming out slightly, and it feels like your pendant is touching the chain on his neck. He doesn't seem to notice it.
I'm going to reach for it, but act like I accidentally... I'm trying to get audience's chain emblem showing.
You're trying to show my emblem?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that would be a sleight of hand to see if audience noticed.
Well, like I
I
would
agree.
be reaching for my pendant and then, trying to make it seem like I accidentally pulled out
Yeah,
his
no,
his
I
pendant.
agree. I agree. Sleight of hand.
It's not hard to beat by passive perception, so.
17.
That'll beat it.
Audience doesn't notice a thing. He just keeps talking. You see he's
Yeah.
focused on the guy. Sort of had that in his mind is going, what is he keeping to himself? He just doesn't see it, and you have that moment where you just grab your pendant and then
My emblem is revealed.
Yeah, I
hit the
just
side
look
of
at
the
it.
chain, pulling it just enough for the top of the pendant to just come out of his shirt and just go back in.
It's just his regular pendant, or is it like doing some?
To audience, no, it's just his regular pendant, but for Remy, it's extremely obvious. For you, Tobiashi, passive perception allows you to see this, but you have to spend a moment. Audience didn't notice a single thing because you were too subtle for this. But
So I'd have to take a moment to do what?
do four?
Oh, wait to like look at it. Well, I guess not look at it longer, but
No, it's okay. You
oh.
saw it. No, if you want completely pull it out, then
yeah. Yeah, no. I would just see what I saw then.
okay. So what the thing that you see, and the thing that Remy also sees, is that there is a slight reaction from your new friend, sort of a little smirk when he sees the top of the emblem. So, and what about your friend over there? He points toward Fisher. What did they say about him?
I don't remember. I'll let him share his own information if he wants to.
Oh, damn. He's still in the bathroom.
After a few more seconds goes by, I openly say, "Oh, my pendant's on you," and then I grab it off of audience.
Audience, you know that usually it means that there's something important there, but there's a slight chance that
Yeah.
Tobiashi is also being just tricked.
Okay. Well, odds will be like, okay,
I pocket it.
grab it, Toby.
Okay.
Alright, well, I don't know for what I rolled, but I rolled a natural 1 for Fisher to know if he wants to keep the information that was written on the door for him, and natural 1 would mean that he, for some reason, decided to trust him.
Okay.
So,
I mean, we could just wait to see if Fisher comes back.
I'm
and
not
ask
sure
him.
he's going to come back tonight because
Oh, you're not
technically we have been we're past our time by 2 minutes.
Are we past our time? Okay.
He said he had an emergency restroom problem, so I'm guessing that this means something like diary.
Well, he might be on his phone. Let me ask him.
Okay.
Okay, now that I should have done this when it happened.
Okay.
I guess now I will, since I seen his reaction slightly to the pendant, I'll make an insight on him.
Okay.
Wait, Fisher
Yeah.
didn't actually ever know the information. I was the only one who knew the information written on
You
the
and
door.
Tobiashi.
Me and.
Oh, so yeah, Fisher would know anyway. I would not give up the information about Fisher.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I don't feel like that's mine to give up.
I don't know who this person is because I wasn't there for that session, so all this is new information for me.
Okay.
But yeah, I will just do the perception. Insight on him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I would just not give up the information on Fisher.
17, 18, 20, 21, 22.
So, what did you roll?
22.
22.
Yeah, 15 plus 7.
All right. So, I mean, you look at him and, not to be mean, you get the exact same feeling that the audience has, because
Okay.
the first time he did this was with a natural 20, so he actually beat your roll.
Okay.
He seems genuine enough. Nothing he says feels like a lie. But there's always that extra, maybe 5 words that's supposed to come at the end of some sentence that he keeps to himself.
Mhm.
Okay.
But everything,
Well-
it feels like everything he said is the truth. Where there might be a problem is what he didn't say.
Mhm.
But everything he said was the absolute truth.
All right. Well, I was gonna say, well, we
Well-
need to rest. So before our assault tomorrow. So, would you mind us like resting at your campfire again?
Oh, absolutely not. You can absolutely stay. There's no problem. Anyways, I have to attune to the mace. To the hammer, sorry. And
How long does it take to attune again?
usually it's an hour. An hour of doing nothing else but that. It's essentially a 1 hour long meditation to attune to an object.
Yeah, we can. We'll have time in the morning for that.
Well, if you want to take that chance, I guess I can leave it at that. But
I'm taking that chance.
But just remember, some abilities from object can only recharge after a night of rest. If you deprive me of this, I may not be able to fight with everything the hammer can give. But if you're willing to take that chance, I don't mind.
Okay, I'm glad. We appreciate it.
Well,
And then audience is immediately going to start attuning to the mace as he sleeps. He also, while he sleeps and attunes to the mace, because we're next to this temple, he's going to try and commune with the deity here, because he wants to see if he can gain some insight by communing, because he feels like attuned to the mace is going to be his best chance to commune with this deity at all.
okay. Now,
And he wants to see if he can maybe gain some insight about this paladin.
all right. Now, I am going to give you one warning. Attuning
Okay.
to a magical object made by another god. When you know it's been made by another god, when you know it's going to give you, it might give you a direct line to that god, may offend your god. You're basically asking if you can kiss another girl to your girlfriend.
Yeah. I'm also aware that my god wants this power for himself, and he would understand, as he says, not always the direct approach is right. He likes, sometimes you have to weasel your way in.
Right. Because
It's like, but
every
it's-
lover
yeah, you
will.
know, it's just like, to borrow Draken's metaphor,
Yeah.
it's just like, if you want to get better at kissing your girlfriend, obviously
Mhm.
you need to kiss a bunch of other girls to get practice.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, this
it's
is
for
where.
you, babe.
So, above game, this is where, audience, it would actually help that it was a green dragon god, because his god literally said if he felt like there was a way to gain him power by communing or negotiating with another god, he doesn't mind, because that's how the dragon thinks.
Well, here's the thing. He won't mind if your plan is to manipulate someone.
Well, my plan basically is audience is somewhat doing it for selfish reasons because he wants to keep the power of the mace for himself and his god. But he wants to see if there's a valid way that he can do that without feeling bad or him endangering the mission.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I'd like to do one more sneaky thing. Okay, so say we set up everything. We're getting ready for bed.
After
Audience has the
something.
mace.
Yeah.
I still have one key point left. Um,
Okay.
I would like to wrap some of my silk around it and
Around
detach it from myself. The hammer.
The mace?
Yeah,
Okay.
as sneakily as possible.
Avery's Toby's trying
So,
to tap into our
so
call.
no, wait, no. I want to see, is there, what color is the handle? That's my first question.
Very regal color. It seems to be made from a wood that has a nearly golden color and it's been wrapped in a very bright red, with a very bright red leather. It feels like deer skin to the touch, but bright red.
I don't know if I can't make my silk that color.
No, you can increase the pigmentation or reduce it, but you can't just change the color.
What if I... Shit. Only thing I could do is... Well, actually, I would... Actually, I'm not gonna hide it from audience. I'm mainly trying to hide it from the other guy.
Okay.
So that in case he takes it in the middle of the night, we could know which way to go to find him.
Well, I'd also ask Fisher to stay on sentry. Like I would
Oh,
ask
yeah.
specifically Fisher not to fall asleep, like to keep a watch out in case he does try anything.
I don't think I have a way to dye my silk, so...
Oh, also we should desummon Oranak so that he can regain his stuff.
All right. So
So I guess if Oranak wants to use any of his spells before he's desummoned.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. All right. Let's go with the strongest thing I have to.
Oh my gosh. I will turn my silk white,
Okay.
and I will try to use my paintballs to match the color of the handle as much as I can.
Okay. I'd say I want to say intelligence because it's mixing colors.
Ball paint. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just making sure I could mix the colors. So
I'd say intelligence because it's mixing colors properly. Although very bright red is going to be very easy to make because it's essentially just the pure color red, and I think you have the pure color red. So
I do. Yeah.
So roll, but it's a very low DC. So intelligence.
Just an
Essentially,
intelligence
don't roll natural one.
It's a natural 20.
Natural 20. All right. Well, in that case, it's a perfect match. You look at your silk. You look at the handle. It's exactly it. It's spot on.
All right, now I gotta try to sneak it on there. Sleight of hand, I guess. Stealth. We gotta sneak. I think what I'm guessing is audience is holding it like a baby while he's sleeping.
Well, he's meditating with it, so he's probably not holding it like this because his arm is gonna kill him after an hour.
Yeah.
But
He has a good grip on it. We'll
right.
go with that.
I will try to sneak it on there then. Ooh. 15, 16.
16. All right. Well, it's good enough to escape audience's perception. Not Remy.
Remy would see it.
He's sort of looking at this from the other side of the camp and just going.
Keep that key point in it.
All right. I really need to fix my earphone cord. So yeah, for anyone
We'll
who's
see.
hearing that in the background, it's my earphone cord. I think it needs to be replaced. Right. Okay. So you meditate on the object throughout the night. All right. Audience, make a wisdom roll. I'll give you proficiency because you're a paladin, because it's your class in all of this.
Okay, so that's Where's D20? 15.
15. As you're tuned to this object, as slowly it reaches inside of you and becomes one with you, you become aware of different property it has. Just like Tobiashi talked about, it can pierce through nearly any illusion. So essentially, whenever you are in front of an illusion, you have advantage to see through it when you make your perception roll. It has powerful dispelling abilities, so it gives as a granted as a always present spell, dispel magic.
Okay.
It also gives you one free spell slot of every spell slot you have access to. One additional one. So
Okay.
if you have 4 spell slot, as long as you are tuned to the hammer, you have 5.
Okay. So of every level.
Of
so it gives
every
one
level.
Extra one.
So it's one extra spell
Okay.
slot.
With you.
It can cast the spell Daylight 3 times a day. It is an object that has a +3 to hit, damage, all of it. It's a +3 hammer. It does have the ability to come back to being resummoned, the same way Fisher does it. Simply by thinking about it, once you're attuned to it. The last power you feel from this, and this is where it may be concerning to you. You can make a direct request to the god.
And that recharges?
It recharges.
Or is it a one-time only?
It's once per day.
Oh.
It's literally a request. Anything that's going to come out of this, especially if you request a spell, is going to come out at the strength of that a god would cast it. So basically, any spell that comes out of this will be a 9th level slot.
And that recharges once per day?
Yeah. But you have to ask the god for that spell.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, okay.
It's essentially,
Okay.
it's basically a wish spell that can only give you spells, not anything you want. You can't ask for 5 million golds.
I assume that.
So it's a bit like the ability of the priest to make a request to your god, and if you roll high enough, you get it. Except that the hammer guarantees 1 success.
Okay, I'm glad I did not give this to the dude tonight. I don't want him to have that.
Are you gonna break your promise as a paladin?
What promise?
You said you would give it to him.
I didn't vow it, though. But yes, it would be.
You
Oh, the
did.
mace.
Definitely. Oh, I mean, oh right. I think you specifically vowed it
on
no,
your
that was the
on
mayor.
the honor. No. He made you swear.
Yeah, and I said I didn't.
Oh
swear.
no. I was misremembering because I remember him vowing on a different god for the mayor in the
Yeah,
other.
no,
town
I
that
never.
time.
I
No,
specifically
but you
never.
vowed. No, you vowed to this guy though.
You
You
vowed.
actually made a vow to this
You
guy.
promised
give him
him
the mace?
to give him the mace for
Okay. Well,
the fight of the village.
yes, specifically the fight, which is why, because it recharges on the new day, right?
Yeah.
Which means it would recharge. Okay. Which means I could technically use it tonight and it would recharge.
You can.
Okay. I guess. I have to think about how I want to word this.
Well, we're over time, so I can
Yeah.
give you until next episode to
Yeah,
figure
it's
out
probably
how
going
you
to be a
want to
longer thing too, so depending on the results. So, yeah, let's just do it next episode.
word it. Okay.
I went on. I'm basically going to figure out if I can trust this guy with the or try and figure out if I can trust this guy with the request.
So now let me be clear. You're no longer asking your girlfriend if you can kiss another girl. You're asking your girlfriend if you can make out with another girl using tongue.
Again, babe, I'm just practicing for you.
Again, I think my girlfriend's gonna
Yes. Every guy
my
wants
girlfriend-
this, but
No, I think my girlfriend's gonna forgive me later
uh-huh.
when I literally take the power of this mace and like take it for myself if I can. Break the mace, but we're not gonna tell anybody about that.
No, of course not.
Actually, if I could throw in a funnier analogy, and I was just like, look, I'm just gonna kiss this boy. It's like just it's all for you, babe. It's like that's nothing.
Listen, I'm kissing this boy, or I'm kissing this girl, so I can steal her soul later and give it to you with all its power.
Yeah. And the fact that you have to have sex with that person also to steal the soul is, it's
Listen.
all part of the ritual. Don't worry about it.
I think green dragons would be perfectly happy to have succubus under their control as long as they were gaining them power. So that's all I'm saying. That doesn't go against the green dragon's creed.
No, of course not. Especially since succubus have been very misrepresented throughout history. Some of them are really bad, but some of them were actually very good.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll see. But yeah, I'll let you know exactly how I word my request next session.
All right. So with this, yeah. All right. With this, we're gonna end today's episode, and hopefully, poor Andre is gonna feel better for next episode because I feel like he maybe he fell asleep again. All right. So, end of the episode. Yes. Let's see. We always go with the campfire because that's a classic, and this one I don't intend to change it. All right. So, well, thank you for being here tonight. We hope you had a very pleasant evening, or whatever part of the day it is for you. We hope you'll be there next week, next Wednesday or next Friday if you watch the rebroadcast. For those interested, like I said, from February 29th, let's hope it's a good omen. I'm gonna start adding a map making chapter to my channel. Most likely at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll try to change the prompt on my Twitch page so that you can see it, but that one might take a few more weeks. But unless we have an extremely harsh technical difficulty like program crashing or suddenly a new version coming out and it's not compatible with OBS or something like this, for those of you watching this on Wednesday, see you tomorrow. For those of you watching this on Friday, well, it's gonna be on the VOD. So and I'm probably gonna put this on YouTube also. And I do plan on adding the maps once they're done to my Patreon. So you'll have a reason to become a Patreon if you want to be able to get these maps, download them, use them for your own games, for your own stories, whatever you want. I'm usually doing this for D&D, but you don't need to. If you have another game system that you like, it's just map making. So yeah, so hopefully maybe see you tomorrow or next week, depending on when you watch this. Yeah, that's everything I feel like I should say. And as always, if you enjoy the stream, think about supporting us in one way or another. Following us, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment. You can always also make a donation, become a Patreon, which you'll have one more reason to do very soon. Subscribe to Twitch. And if you can't do any of those things, well, you can always simply spread the word of this channel. It is very much appreciated and it helps. So, as always, thank you. See you next week and stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.